All right, so what I do want to do is I want to share with you just a little bit of information. Youth in foster care, a press group. About 3 months ago, I was invited by my social work friend from Miami to go to Florida International University and present to his class of master's degree social workers. I had presented before many people, never before a group of social workers. And he told me that his, social workers, yes, students of social work, no. let me clarify that. He told me that the name of his course was Social Work Issues in, I don't know if it was a liberation or oppression or something like that. There was some word that caught my attention. You know how these books, they have to have nice titles so that people will buy them at the university. So it had this word in it, and it caught my attention. I said, really, that's an interesting word. Let me do a little background information about social work so that when I'm speaking in front of this group of social workers, master's degree level, I can be a little more informed about the concepts of social work. Because I'm an educator. I pretty much am a social worker, but I don't have the title of social work, and I never took a social work class. But my whole life, since my graduate work, has been dedicated to this. So I am a son of a former foster child. 2 former foster children, actually. My dad wasn't in foster care for a long time, but my mom was. But those few months that my dad was in foster care could have been the end of it, right? Yeah, because it was way back in the 30s, and it was in the home, as he calls it, and who knows what could have happened to him at that time. My mom was in kinship care as a teenager. And so Jack Levine asked me yesterday what brought me to where I'm at. And it wasn't until I got my doctorate degree that I was really asking myself what brought me. And I think that had a big part of it. Because her mother abandoned her when she was young, and she never got to finish high school. And she always had that in her heart from in the last week that she died. For some reason, I was asking her something, and she said how much she loved her kinship care person, and she wasn't like my mother. She would never leave. 72 years old. So, I'm the co-founder of an organization called Promoting Academic Success Community Dialogue. It's not so much an organization, it's just a formation of individuals in South Florida and Miami who really have a desire to see young people from foster care succeed in college. And one of my co-members of that group is here with me, Nelson Incapié. He's with Voices for Children, and I'll get more specific about how Voices has helped this initiative. And then in Broward County, I'm working with a similar group of folks, and my partners in Broward County from a couple of different agencies, Ken and Kirk, are right here. Raise your hands. They're part of the collaborative. In Broward County, we're calling it the Post-Secondary Success Collaborative. And in Palm Beach County as well, my cohort in Palm Beach County, Jeff DeMario. Thrilled to have him here with Vita Nova. And of course, my longtime friend and cohort around the state now, Tammy. Every time I turn around, she's in a different part of the state. I'm trying to keep up with her. She keeps showing up, which is great. Tammy Workman, and of course Becky Pengali, who we're very blessed to have here in our state as a statewide coordinator of the College Coach program. So it's great to have, and our community member from Voices for Children, our guardian ad litem, representing, what's your name again? Gail. Yeah, Gail, who's a guardian ad litem, and I highlight Gail because my partner in the Promoting Academic Success Community Dialogue is a guardian, many years, Betsy Skip. And so I'm thrilled to be able to compliment the guardians. So, who are you? We've already heard from who are you. But I want to ask the question, when you hear the word oppression in the context of foster youth, what comes to your mind? When you hear the word oppression in the context of foster youth, what comes to your mind? Anybody?
Lack of normalcy.
Lack of normalcy.
Abuse.
Okay. Go ahead, anybody?
Held down or put down somewhere.
Disadvantage. Cycles.
What was that last one?
Cycles.
Cycles?
Stereotype.
What?
Stereotype.
I actually think of the bureaucracies that we develop that stops them from moving forward. That's right. The system itself develops so many bureaucracies, it's almost impossible for them to move forward.
Yep. Next.
He could have bureaucracies.
What else?
Neglect.
Black. Anybody else?
Rights.
Rights. Mhm.
The identity.
Identity?
Identity.
Good. Anybody else?
Lack of consistency.
Anybody else?
The fact that foster care isn't really discussed outside of the system.
Can I just say invisible?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I guess I take it to the mental health piece. I almost think of them as broken will.
Mm.
And I would say wounded self-belief.
And what?
Wounded self-belief. Like the system oppresses them and they incorporate it to believe that's who they are. And then they continue that. And they hold their own prison doors.
Yes. Prison. I'll work prison. Good.
You have to, like, you have to go to the school.
Oh.
You apply to school. You have
Yeah.
to do this. You are
No choice.
Yeah, no choice. Good. Oh my.